Welcome to Chugging with Fitz. Today, we're trying something new. First off, we do three loads. We go down to Menards in Ottumwa, we go to Waterloo, and then we hop up to Cedar Falls. What is the thing that we do new? Well, we're using a different camera. So comment down below if you like this better. If you don't, let me know also. And stay tuned for some trucking. Good morning, everybody. It is currently 7:05 in the morning. We are, well, we're right at an hour. We're in Ottumwa. Welcome to a new camera angle. I'm not holding it anymore. You see both my hands. That's so exciting. We'll see if it stays. This suction cup mount is sort of trash, but we'll figure it out. If it doesn't work there, maybe we'll put you on my head. Although I'm not really too fond of that idea, but you know. Like, oh man. This could get tight here. I got a bunch of junk out, as you can see. I might have to go check my airlines here, make sure they stayed. If you've been here a while, you know my what's it called? Pogo stick likes to knock off my airlines. Probably gonna have to take you off here in a second anyway, because I'm gonna have to open my door. Let's see. Nope, airline stayed. That's good. Oh, okay, guys. What is going on? So it is 7:05 in the morning. We're in Ottumwa. I got here at 6:05 this morning. Left my house at 3:15, 3:20. Got to the yard. Left the yard around 4:05 or so, and here, I'll start you guys back up in a second. Welcome back. They let me out. Like I said, 7:05. We're in Ottumwa. I got here at 6:05. Don't know what I'm doing next. I'm just grateful that it didn't take 2 hours. About an hour, which for Ottumwa, lightning fast. But watching them do what they do, they could do it much quicker. They just choose to not, which is depressing. But it doesn't matter. Like I say, we're in and out. We're gonna get back to the yard just after 9 o'clock, probably. That is if I don't stop, which I'm sort of hungry, so we'll find out. Oh, that's what happens when you get up at the butt crack of dawn. By the time you hit 8 o'clock, it's lunchtime. So yeah, it's almost lunchtime. I should be going to get a burger at Culver's there. This is enjoyable. I'm just gonna be a nice guy. I shouldn't have been a nice guy. You guys can't see, but I'm waiting for traffic coming from the west. Keep on having the guys pull out of the Walmart parking lot over there, whip out real fast, not stopping at the stoplight. To them it's a stop sign, turning right. So I'm just still sitting here. Just people are entitled. Yeah, screw it, we're going. I think somebody annoyed at me. We'll get going as quick as we can. I'm not sure how this week's gonna look. At this point, I probably have posted my video from the weekend doing some maintenance, and if you watched that, you found out that we found a couple parts we need to replace in the truck. So I don't know when I'm gonna end up doing that. I might be able to just do it on the weekend. This next Sunday is when we're gonna load my dry van with all the pews. So I've mentioned previously that I'm going to be going to Oklahoma City. Well, that's going to come up probably going to be next week, end of next week. So that's going to happen. What we're doing is my church is switching from pews to chairs, and the chairs are actually coming in today. I'm not going to be there to help unload them, but chairs are coming in today, so we're taking the pews out on Sunday afternoon, and we're loading them directly into my trailer, my dry van, which you guys don't see very often. It's sitting in my house. I don't run it very often. We'll probably try to run it more this winter when things slow down at Menards, but we're going to load that Sunday afternoon with the pews. We're going to tear them down and then load them. And then end of the next week, not this week, but next week, we'll take them down to Oklahoma City, try to come back with a load. So y'all be coming with me for that. I'll have one of my good friends with me from church. So you probably meet him too. I won't stick his camera in his face too often, but that's what's going down. So probably this weekend we'll work on the bushings in the rear end. So I've done the forward drive axle bushings. I'm now going to do the rear drive axle bushings, and then hopefully beginning of the next week I'll be able to get the alignment done, because I can't get alignment done before I do the bushings. That's just stupid, because it's going to change, not by much, but it's going to change the geometry of the suspension. So yeah, at this point we're going to get rolling. Probably throw you in a time lapse here in this same position. You can watch. Let's head all the way back to the yard. Let you listen to the Jakes for a second. Why not? y'all probably wonder what in the world's going on now. Well, I didn't really record much because, to be quite frank, I was not really happy with what I was given. And I really wanted to say something abrupt, but I didn't end up doing that. But he does now know that I was a little disappointed in that fact. But, so I found out that they're completely slammed right now, which is a good thing, except for the fact that when they get slammed, they end up doing a bunch of live loads, and I end up getting the short end of the stick, which is what's happening today, basically. So I did that at Tumwa this morning, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get up early, I'm gonna get this checked off my list. They know I don't like this load, they know this is not a good load. They're gonna hook me up for the second one. Well, they didn't. This load has to get out because it is. So once product gets checked in at the yard here in Marshalltown, it's only allowed to sit here at the DC for a week. It's only allowed to be on the yard for a week. Otherwise, they're in trouble. So this trailer, it's got some special orders on it, but it's stuff that's been sitting there for a while, so it needs to go out. There's the trailer that I parked next to drop off my, well, look at that, there's another live load going, or another, that's going to Menards. Sorry. I lost my train of thought. Oh, they're overwhelmed right now. They should hire me as a forklift driver for a couple days. I wish that today I could run more, but I got commitments this evening. Otherwise, I'd run way over what I'm supposed to. Yeah, what was I saying? We were talking about the stock, how it only can be here for a week. Oh, I parked next to West Burlington. That was loaded, ready to go. That would have been the bee's knees. That would have been 168 loaded miles plus 93 loaded miles, which puts me, I believe it was like in the 260s, 261. We're not going to do the math right now because I did it earlier and I forgot. So y'all can do the math if you want to. I ain't going to do math in my head while I'm driving and recording at the same time. Got to stick my nose over here, block anybody coming, take a little check-see, make sure no, oh yeah, plenty of space. I ended up having to go back over under the concrete and have one of the forklift operators shove. Look down there, you see the trusses. They were sticking out to the side. So I had to have them push it in. When they pushed it in, so what I did was I hooked onto my trailer, I saw the trusses, and I took the trailer straight over there without even looking at anything else. And one of the forklift operator actually noticed that the rebar that's on this trailer was basically not strapped down. Like it had stuff sort of over it, but not holding directly down. And that on rebar, that's not, I mean, obviously, not anything, it's not a good idea. But on rebar, whoo, that could get dangerous. So we have a strap extra on there now, doing a good job of holding it down tight. So that was a shotgun of what all was going on, and I probably confused everybody. But anyway, answer a question. I probably already answered in the comments from would have been 2 videos ago. But I'll explain it for any new subscribers wondering what in the world I actually do. So I'm an independent owner-operator, meaning I have my own company. It's on the side of the truck. I don't blank it out. It's Albany Peak Logistics. I have my own MC number and DOT number. It's all me. It's all mine. But I run dedicated power only for Menards at their DC distribution center in Marshalltown, Iowa, pulling preloaded flatbed trailers, taking them to the store, unstrapping, getting them unloaded, and then back to the DC to pick up a new loaded trailer. So that's what I do. Own company. I'm not leased on to them. I don't have a contract. I'm just, it's a handshake contract, and I run dedicated for them. When it gets to the dead of the winter here coming up, and I mentioned earlier today I'm going to be going to Oklahoma City. There's going to be a few times in the next few months where I'm going to be pulling my dry van or running power only off the spot market, off the load board. So I do that too. In fact, I would really like to get back to that, but sitting here on this dedicated account is how I'm surviving and thriving in a terrible market. So I have strong opinions about certain things of what's going on right now, like the fact that they gave me a crappy load. But I tell them about it and very gentle, because it's maintaining a relationship. I don't want to. It's frustrating, and I think things could be done better. But at the same time, I'm not about to burn any bridges. Even if I'm not running here anymore, I don't want to burn bridges, because this is basically the closest thing to my house that I could haul, except for grain. It's here in Marshalltown. So I don't. Even if I'm not running for them dedicated anymore, I want to be able to maintain that relationship and be able to do live loads out of the DC. Like that's how I have the relationship to get pulled onto this account, was because I had already been doing live loads out of here. I hate this turn. Anyway, turning left up a hill, stop sign, not really the most pleasant thing. Anyway, even if I wasn't working dedicated, I would still want to be able to run live loads. So there's no point where I'm going to burn that bridge. Even if I had to step away, it's going to be amicably, if that makes sense. So, well, that's a little bit about what I do. I do enjoy it. I get a little bored. Y'all do too. I know you do. Well, hopefully we'll be changing this, different views up, and getting some different angles and different situations. Yeah, that's the plan. Right now we're traveling. Well, we're traveling north right now. We're headed to Waterloo, Iowa. This load is 60. Where is it? Can't find it. That's not it. No, this one. Holdsdale. Yes, it's this one. This load is 62 miles, loaded miles. So I get paid roughly $2. Right now it's a little less because fuel surcharge went down, because fuel price went down. About roughly $2 a mile, all miles, that I'm pulling their trailer, basically. Each load is designated a certain amount of miles, so this is 62 miles. So 62, both directions, is 124, and then multiply that by $2 a mile, and we're just under $250. So not real great, but It pays the bills. And like I said, this account is keeping me where I need to be during a terrible market. Keeping the wheels turning. Sometimes we have really, really, really good days. Today is not going to be one of those days. Last week I had a week where I did 700 miles. So you do the math. At $2 a mile, that's a $1,400 day. That's a pretty good day. Those were 2 of our longest loads that I did. And I ran hard. I only stopped, I think, once all day, except for my regular stops, you know, picking up and delivering. Stopped once. That was the only way that was possible. Lots of highway miles. Anyway, we're gonna get on up to Waterloo and maybe we'll show you some of the delivery. are done here in Waterloo. It took about 45-50 minutes to get it done here. So about typical. About typical. They're not usually fast. They're barely ever fast. I almost could say never fast, but they're also usually not slow, so. For a while, I'd back up and get myself in a position to do a U-turn back that direction, but I stopped doing that. And I've been coming down here. Forgive me as I'm cleaning off my hand. I got a little grease on it while I was climbing around, getting my camera. That was a pretty tame truss delivery. I was sort of hoping to catch them doing something crazy, but I didn't. Nice and wide. Hope nobody's coming from the right, or that they're paying attention. Last time I was here, there was a truck trying to back into this dock here at the same time, and they had piled some stuff more on the end there, and I'll say I didn't make it, but I didn't hit anything. I was watching my mirror, and I'm like, I can't make that. I had to back out of it, and wait, okay, and wait for the other truck to finish backing into his dock, and then I can take it wider. What time did I say it was? It is 11:50 right now. I got here just, like I said, just after 11. We are gonna go fill up. I don't necessarily need to fill up this moment, but it's just sort of the timing of the whole deal. Hold on. Well, as you can see, we're back to the yard. You're enjoying a little different view. I'll adjust this slightly. There we go. We didn't have a lot of options to choose from as far as loads to do next. I really wanted a Fort Dodge or a Iowa City. Would have gone really well today. But of course he did not have those. He had Clive, Cedar Falls, Muscatine, or Mason City. So I don't know. I already went that direction once. I figured I might as well go back up to Cedar Falls. Well, that actually works out. That trailer is over here. Looks like they got the yard cleared up a good bit. You can see here down at the end of the row, that's where they stick the live unloads. There was 3 times that much stuff here. Like, it was the whole road here that was covered. So, needless to say, they're busy. And you'll be able to see how much is stacked up. I'll loop down a little bit farther here so you can see a little better. You can, just for fun. Probably wondering what I'm doing, but whatever. You can see the piles over here. All that is going to get put into the staging area. And there's still another rail car to get unloaded, and there's probably still, I don't know where I want to put it. I'm going to put it right here. I might as well. It'd be nice. Maybe they want it here, maybe they don't. yeah, there's just a lot. Okay, I'm gonna get this dropped and we'll take you to our new trailer. All right. We are in fact connected. Let's look on here. I gotta get more used to people seeing me with a camera. Okay, see how this is. Okay, it's loose. Loose across the board here. Yeah, we got a number that we need to tighten down. That's all right. That is all right. We'll get that taken care of. Okay. We're gonna roll over the scale together. And then I'm gonna let you go, probably up until we get up to Cedar Falls. I'm really hoping we can scrounge together a better day tomorrow. Really hoping so. I sort of got the short end of the stick all day. Full circle. This is the trailer we started the day with. Oh, I really got to bring my trailer back too. I would have loved to go home and get in my personal vehicle and then go into town after tonight, because I got things in town in the evening. But that's not going to work out because they're going to need this trailer. So I'll probably go home and hang out there for just a few minutes, maybe take a shower. I'd love to take a nap. I might even be able to. Oh, I just missed it. 10.5 on the steers. That's basically always what it is. 32.9, 33,000 basically on the drives. What do we got on the triple axle? The tri-axle. 31,940 on the tri-axle. So, yeah. 75,460. They're going to want to know that number. 75,460. Say it 3 times. 75,460. Now I won't forget. Okay. I'm going to go jump in and get my paperwork. Forgive the mess behind me. We're most of the way unloaded here in Cedar Falls. It's 3:33 right now. I said I would be here at 3, I believe. I think it was early, but they're getting done with me quick now. They got like 2 or 3 of them on me. Should be back then 4:45, somewhere in there, before 5 o'clock. So that's pretty good. I have a muscatine on the docket for tomorrow. That'll be okay. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do as far as when I'm gonna leave, or if I'm gonna pick it up tonight. I haven't decided yet. I really need to take my trailer back to them because we're low on trailers. We got 2 of them that are down right now, and they're swamped, so they really need the trailer. So I really need to take it back. So I'm probably just gonna spend a few minutes at the house and then leave out, drop off my trailer, meet the rest of my family in town for supper. Got some family stuff going on this evening, and then either I'll go straight home after that, or I will pick up my trailer after that. But it's the muscatine, so it's sort of like, do I take it home or do I not? You know, I might just do it. Yeah, I might just do it, take it home. I wouldn't want to waste a trip like that. But at the same time, I'm sort of going straight back by the yard. It's just like, do I want to go home loaded? Do I want to not save 10 minutes in the morning, or do I want to 15 minutes in the morning? I don't know what I want to do. Anyway, I'm probably not going to show. You'll find out tomorrow morning what I did. I'll let you know. We're going to end the video right here. I did want to say that I got some news about my trip to Oklahoma. It's going to be delayed by a month. So the guy that I'm going to deliver to in Oklahoma City, he does trips to Mexico often with these pews. And he's going down the middle of next week. Or is it the end of next week? And he wants to be at the shop when we're delivering these two. He won't be back until the end of the month. So it'll happen right around Halloween is when I'm probably going to go down there. I don't really do much in Halloween, so I'm not really worried about it. Sorry, I'm just watching them too while we're talking, because they're currently unloading me. Yeah, so it's delayed. I'm a little disappointed in that, but that's during hunting season. That's a problem. We'll be fine. Yeah. We're still gonna load the pews on Sunday, but then I'm just gonna be storing them in my trailer for a month. A little less than a month. So it'll be fine. I won't be using the trailer anyway. Not with us being as swamped as we are. This is what I want you to do. I want you to comment down below, and I want you guys to hit the thumbs up button if you like the GoPro footage rather than just my phone. Let me know. I would like to know. I mean, I'm going to keep using it unless you guys complain, so, because I like it. Image stabilization and different things is great. So comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.